Oh, yeah. You kept on schedule here. Good evening. Good to see everybody here. Welcome to the February 17th town board meeting. We start with a work session, and first thing on the work session is budget modification. But before we start, we're missing a couple of people. Michael is down in Florida with his grandkids, and Matt wasn't able to make tonight's meeting, so we're going to be a couple of people short. So,
I mean, the audience could fill in for that.
so would you like Chris come on up? So first thing on the work session is the budget modifications. Everybody have a chance to take a look at those?
Yes.
Is there any discussion on the budget modifications? Okay. Number 2 is the Dogwood Road unsafe building. This was a topic that we discussed last year. There is a building right on the corner of Trail 2 of Wurtsboro Mountain Road and Dogwood. It's been vacant for quite a while. Building inspector has issued several violations for it, and we were going to bring it up last summer and discuss trying to get the owner to move on it. We're going to get a due process hearing. We were told at the time that there was a new owner that had just purchased the property, so we decided to give it a little bit of time, let him take action on it, clean the building up, secure it, make it safe, and it still hasn't happened. So after several violations and a lack of any response, building department has reached out to us and asked if we could start some type of enforcement action. So we're hoping to set a date for a due process hearing so the gentleman can come up and try to tell us why nothing's happening on it. My understanding, it's an LLC that's based in Texas. So the belief that we will have somebody here is like that. Okay. We'll see what happens. But that's what we're going to be working on tonight. Number 3 is the bid date for the O&R Rail Trail. Going back into 2021, we had Hurricane Irene that did some damage to the O&R Rail Trail along with other places in town. We've been working on this for quite some time, looking to do some repairs. There's some culverts that we're going to be replacing underneath to help mitigate water going over the trail. There's an old railroad bridge that traverses a small creek that's not in good shape. The footings and the foundation for it have been weakened. We have engineers that came out and looked at it. The bid packages have gone out, and we're looking to set a opening for the bid date for the rail trail. Hopefully we'll get that done. We'd like to have it finished up this spring. This process has been going on for too long. We've had to extend the completion date from 2020, I think 24. And we pushed it all the way up until 2027, but we're hoping to finish it up by this fall at the latest. But we're juggling with different timing on when we can cut trees and disturb the water. So we'll put the bids out and hope that we get a quick response and able to get it taken care of quickly. Any discussion on that?
You still have to put that in the newspaper? Remember they talked about that?
Well, the bids will go out, yeah. And notice of it or something published.
Yeah, weren't they going to change that or did change that?
That's a discussion.
Oh,
We
okay.
can talk about that later. And number 4 is a resolution for a grant application for Sullivan 180. This is the
Park and ride, yeah.
the park and ride. So Jim Post has been very busy working on trying to beautify the park and ride. Right now, it just currently has like a gazebo or just a small shelter in there.
A shingle.
It's not even a shelter. There's a lighting pole that's down. The park and ride is basically not well kept up, and it's one of the shabbier ones in the area. Jim's working on trying to get a grant to come in and put in an enclosed shelter. So people who are waiting for the buses have some place that they can stay out of the weather, replace a light pole that's been down for several years, and just generally enhance it and beautify it. So tonight we'd like to just have the board vote on a resolution that shows that we are supporting it so that Sullivan 180 could process this grant.
There's going to be Karen Barnes has also worked really hard on it. He's passing around a piece of paper. If you'd be so kind to sign it, if you agree with the project. The more signatures we get, I guess the better, part of the application.
Yeah. So take a look at it. If you're in favor of fixing up this park and ride, please lend your support.
I don't think you have to be a resident,
Probably not. Anybody can use it, so.
even if you're from like the newspaper.
The state DOT, New York State owns it. And we have a letter that states that they are fully endorsing us to go ahead and take care of any of the improvements. Matter of fact, they will they're pledging to do a lot of the labor on installation on this. If we can get the grants for the shelter and some fencing and things like that, they're going to supply the labor to do it. So they're very much behind it. Okay. And with that, we can start our business meeting. So we can start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. First item for the meeting is public comments. It's 3 minutes for each individual, 30 minutes maximum. So if anybody has anything they'd like to speak about regarding agenda items, please come on up. Okay, I don't see anybody. Brittany, do we have anybody online?
I do not.
Okay. Moving on.
Okay, Mr.
Oh, Mr. Toledo, please.
The property on Dogwood, is it the red house or the garage?
The red house.
What about the garage? Because that too is kind of in disrepair.
The garage I know has
The door's all wonky and,
the garage has violations issued. I have not followed up to see how far in the process we are. This is one I think that she's just been banging her head against the wall, trying to get some kind of progress on it.
right. Because the owner of that house died like a decade ago.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Like I said, it had been sold, sold tax auction, but they emptied it out, took all the garbage and stuff, threw it out in the front
It's on the
yard.
front yard. Yeah, exactly.
So what it is that it's we're declaring it as an unsafe structure because it's wide open. People can get in it and possibly get hurt. This is probably the last snowfall or so that the roof is going to hold on. I observed the place, went in, took a look around, and it's doesn't have much longer that if it stays this way, it's going to get to the point where it's going to need to come down. But what we're looking to do right now is to get it secured, get the yard cleaned up, and move along. Matter of fact, on that, we have.
Are the taxes being paid?
I do not know for sure. I don't believe so, but I'm not positive. Did we have not that we were going to have another one on there for?
It was, well, no, it was that, it's up here. So down here.
Okay. I didn't print the latest one. Okay.
Peter, I have one question now, and it's more for Ben. So at this due process, so I drove by, I see all the garbage in the yard. I never went inside, so I have no idea what that looks like. But is there a way for us to, if they don't clean it up, we can send someone in and then put it on their tax bill? And is this due process part of that?
Yes, what we're doing here is actually two proceedings at the same time, an unsafe building proceeding to secure the building and a property maintenance proceeding,
Okay.
which will clean up the problem.
Okay.
Okay.
One due process hearing, but for both proceedings.
Okay.
Okay. So as you just heard, Ben, this was something that we added on late in putting the agenda together, and I don't have it on mine. But because of all the trash that's outside the building, and we do have laws that kind of prohibit having all that, the yard being overgrown and all the garbage outside, we are adding on to a property maintenance violation, and we're going to combine the due process hearings to address both of those issues. We don't need to, so what do we need to set a,
Well, when we get down there to the resolution, we'll do that.
okay, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Okay, highway superintendent's report. We do not have a highway superintendent here, and
I didn't get a copy of nothing.
what's that?
I didn't get a copy of nothing.
Karen, do you have a copy?
The report is in your office.
Yes, I saw it, but last time Karen told me that she usually takes care of that.
We need this back on this.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, so from Tommy, he said crews have been continuing to remove snowbanks. Mechanics are continuing repairs of vehicles. And we are more than a month since ordering salt with no delivery in sight. We've made arrangements. Jesus, I can't read tonight. So parse out the salt we do have, to pass out the salt we do have. And we have some options as far as getting a few loads from our neighbors. Our salt provider, Appalachia, reports that ice clogging the Hudson and storms out in the ocean have delayed their deliveries to local ports. And that is all he had.
Thank you, Tyler. My way of time. Next, the supervisor's report. I don't have an awful lot to report to you, but I will tell you that I've been staying very busy. I just spent the weekend down in the city with Mr. Post. The Association of Towns hosts trainings every year, and this is the weekend that they have their large training held down in Times Square at the Marriott. And there are all kinds of trainings that help elected officials learn their job, how to do a better job. So we both spent a lot of time down there trying to learn as much as we can so that we can better serve our townspeople. It was a lot of fun. It's exciting. It's a very large gathering. It's a great time to network with people, but also just there's a lot of things to learn. So it's the second class that I've been down to. Jim was down with me again last year, and it's just get a lot of growth out of it. So it's a really great thing to do. My other comment would be that at the last meeting, we had some residents get up and talk about some of the problems that we were having at Horizons Senior Center. I just want to say that they're being addressed. I've reached out, spoke with Paula Kay. While I was also at the meeting this weekend, I ran into one of the organizations who helps cover. They were there with the building and the processing of putting Horizons into place. It's Homes and Community Renewal. It's a state organization. They're very aware of what's going on. We're hoping that in the future, within maybe this next month, to put a community meeting together that will get all the stakeholders there. So what we would do is have the village mayor, building inspector, myself, the residents coming in, as well as the property owners, and the management team, with people from HCR, from Homes and Community Renewal, to bring them into town hall, have a discussion, and see if we can't address some of the ongoing problems that have been going on. When I learned about a lot of this stuff, I looked at it, and these are our seniors that really are in a building that is just not being maintained properly, and the thought of it just really disturbs me. Right after I've worked on a lot of that, I come back to the office one day and I find another email. We have a very similar situation across the hill over at Godfrey Meadows. Both of these are private facilities that we don't have a lot of pull in, but we can apply some pressure. Both of them are lacking in maintenance. The Godfrey Meadows has had a lack of water. They've had elevator issues, electric issues. It's not a place that I'd want to have my mom or dad. And I'd like to really see what we can do just by applying some pressure from the town and the villages to get the homeowner, the property owner to put a little bit more time and money in it and start repairing some of the issues that are there. I've been working hand in hand with the building inspector from the village. He seems to be making some headway. Pretty grateful for having a little bit of help, and hopefully I'll have more to report to you that we're going to make some progress on that. We'll see what happens, what kind of response we get from the state. That'd be my report. Next would be the 2025 abstract number 31 for $32,515.62. Did everybody have a chance to look at that?
Yes.
Do I get a motion to approve that?
Motion.
I'll
Motion from
second.
Tyler, second from Rob.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. 2026 abstract number 6, $210,227.23. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion from Rob.
Second.
From Gary? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Expenditures, encumbrances, and appropriations report. Did everybody have a chance to look at that?
Yes.
Okay, and the revenues and expenditures report. Everybody looked at that also. Any discussion on that? You don't need a motion, or just a motion to accept the reports?
Exactly.
Do I get a motion to accept those reports?
Motion.
Motion from Tyler,
And I'll second.
and a second from Rob. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Approval of the minutes for February 3rd, 2026. Everybody have a chance to look at the minutes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, any discussion? Okay, do I get a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion.
Motion from Gary,
Second.
second from Tyler. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And resolutions. First resolution is to approve the budget modifications. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Motion from Tyler,
Second.
second from Gary. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, carried. Set a due process hearing for 2 Dogwood Trail South for March 17th, 2026, 6 p.m. And so that would be a hearing for both the unsafe structure and the maintenance, property maintenance. Okay. Can I get a motion for setting a hearing?
Motion.
Motion from Gary,
I'll second.
second from Rob. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Excuse me. And lastly, we approved the submission of a grant application to Sullivan 180 for the Wirtsboro Park and Ride beautification. Can I get a motion there?
So moved.
Mo-
I'm
Did I
saving
miss
the
it?
motion.
Yeah.
Oh. I missed one. We'll go back.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a motion from Jim and a second on the
I'll
grant
second.
application.
I'll second it.
I'll second it. And these are new glasses too. I'm gonna take them off, I think. Okay, going backwards, let's see, we're going to set a bid opening date for the O&R Rail Trail project for April 2nd, 2026, with a pre-meeting date of March 5th, 2026. Can I get a motion? Yep.
Is that at 3 p.m.? Cameron?
It said 2 or
Okay, so just add that to the motion at 2 p.m. for the bid opening date.
Okay, so April 2nd, 2026 at 2 p.m. Do I have a motion to set the bid date?
Motion.
Motion from Gary.
March 2nd, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Is that the date the bids are open or dates are due?
That's the date they're open
They're open,
and
okay.
they're due before that date.
Right. Right, okay.
Okay, I have a motion, the
I'll
second.
second it.
Okay. Second from Jim. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Very good. Committee reports. Do we have anybody that has a committee report?
Oh, yeah, I have something.
Okay.
So I got a report from the Meek. There's a lot of activities going on. Unfortunately, the snow walk was canceled because they had too much snow. Go figure. It's kind of ironic, but with 2 feet plus, I guess it was too much. But going forward, everyone, Nature Tots meets weekly Fridays for 2 to 4 year olds and their caregivers. I guess they don't want you to just dump and run. It's hands-on. It's great. Call for any details. They'll be on February 21st at 1 p.m. There's a wildlife in the winter event where Pam Goldman, our educator, will go around the woods and point out different tracks and things. That has a $5 per person cover. On March 1st, spring amphibian migration, looking at the frogs and salamanders across the road. And that's free. Join at Haven Road and stay at South Roads. March 5th, astronomy night. Watch the movie Nova, Eye on the Universe, which covers images of from the James Webb Telescope, also free. And apparently there will be popcorn. And lastly, bluebirds and other cavity nesters on March 7th, 1 p.m., $5 per person. Submitted by Jackie Broder. Thank you.
Okay. We have some spring events coming in there.
Spring events, thankfully.
Coming back-
Hopefully,
Coming back from the city, my thermometer on the car showed over 50 degrees, 51. So let's keep hoping that we go that way. Okay. Any other committee reports? Okay. Announcements. Does anybody have any announcements?
I have one. The meeting for Ward 2 will be this Thursday at 6 p.m. here at the community room. And yes, we will have cookies, so we're good to go.
Okay. Good time is guaranteed by all. Okay. Any other announcements? Nobody got announcements. Okay. Public comments, 3 minutes each, 30-minute max for new business. So if anybody has any business they'd like to bring up, now's your time. Mr. Lesser, please.
I am Chris Lesser, and I'm going to have this thing de novo from the last time that I spoke about the same thing that I'm going to speak about tonight. What's the story on these appointees that don't show for the planning board and zoning board? We just had 6 members last time that both of you folks were there, 6 out of 9. The meeting before there was 5. Eric Holloman, he's on the planning board. Both times he was not even here, nor was there a show this past meeting or the meeting before. So, as I said before, the last meeting, what is this, a term? Just anybody comes in and just you guys approve them? What's going to happen here with this? Anything?
I don't know. Mr. Hollihan is an alternate on there. And I will address it with Mr. Green, our chairman. It is generally the chairman who's going to follow after his committee members. But I don't have an answer why he could or could not make it.
I'm not putting any of this on the chairman, the planning board chairman, because it's not up to him to babysit these people. When they come, they don't even come before here, which they should. Get some kind of, what is going on? What is your obligation? You're supposed to be here at the planning board meeting at 7 o'clock, and 2 times this guy doesn't even show here, nor at the planning board. It's not up to Lawrence Green, the planning board chairman, to make all of these changes or whatever, because it's not in his world. He just not as a person to go ahead and push things like this. He didn't ask me to say anything, but I'm getting tired of seeing no shows.
I don't have an
Something-
answer. I don't have an answer for you, but people, these are volunteers and could be anything that prohibited from coming. I will look into it.
Yeah, I'm not singling you, right? I'm just saying this is nonsense. People don't even show up and you put a burden. Yes. Alex is here. He's one of 6 members. The last time he was one of 5. There's supposed to be 9 people here. If they can't make it, then don't bother showing up at all. Just leave it alone for the people who come and be done with it. They shouldn't have to make excuses for why this one isn't here, that one isn't here. Everybody's got excuses. De novo, over.
Thank you, Chris. Does anybody else have any comments on new business? Okay. Brittany, is there anyone online who would like to comment?
I do not have anyone.
Okay. And with that, we do not have an executive session planned today. So next on the agenda would be a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion from Tyler. Do I have a second? Nobody wants to say.
I guess we want to stay here.
What's that? Does anybody else? Agree to stay here? Okay.
I'll second.
Rob's gonna second for motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, everybody, thank you very much for coming.